Are you one of the many people who are really craving a way to get out of the big city, get away from the crime and the drugs and the crazy laws that make it impossible to do business, and find a better lifestyle for you and your family? Are you considering relocating to Middle Tennessee, Nashville specifically? Moving to Nashville. This show, we're going to be talking about things that you might not have thought about if you're considering a move to Middle Tennessee. We are getting calls, texts, emails daily from people wanting to get away from what their city has become. And I get that. I can't believe that people are actually still living through some of the horror stories that I'm hearing about with the high taxes and the homeless issues. Frankly, the fires. That's all totally new to me. But if you're looking for the change of lifestyle here in the Middle Tennessee area, we are happy to have you come. But there is a slogan that's out running around, and it means please just don't change our city to what you came from. That slogan is don't California our Tennessee. Now, I'm sorry, California. I don't mean to be picking on you. It just means we have a lifestyle that people love and are craving, so please don't change us. If you're looking for a PC show, this might not be it. Hey, on the show, Nashville Redefined, we do so many videos about what it's like to eat, sleep, live, play here in Nashville, here in the Middle Tennessee area. Literally, everything you need to know about living here in Nashville. So if that's for you, go ahead and subscribe and tap that little bell so you're notified every time a new video drops, which is every single weekend. I'd hate for you to miss out. Whether you're considering Nashville, Brentwood, Franklin, Thompson Station, Nolensville, any of the great suburbs around, the smaller satellite cities around Nashville, go ahead. Reach out to me. Be sure to send that call, that text, smoke signals, whatever floats your boat. Reach out to me. I've got your back when you move here to Middle Tennessee. So let's get to it. What are the 5 things that you might not have thought about when it comes to moving to Middle Tennessee, moving to Nashville? Number 5, stick around to the end. That is probably the most important part of this. So number 1, unless you're moving to Nashville and you've got cash to buy a new home, the first thing you need to do before you come, but once you've decided that you are coming to Nashville, is get a pre-approval for your loan. It takes a while, it takes a lot of information, but it can be done from your couch in Sacramento. All you need to do is have the name and number of a local lender. Here in the Nashville, Tennessee area, it's imperative that you work with a local lender in buying a home. Not done e-lender, not one of those you see on TV at night. No, here's the reason. First of all, we like it when people work with the local people. That's the person you can pick up the phone and call and talk to when there's an issue. And I can promise you, there will be an issue no matter what within the last 24, 48 hours of the closing, and you need a voice that you can speak to, not an email that will get back to you at their leisure. Number 2, get all your paperwork and everything, all your ducks in a row. So if you're moving to Nashville, transferring with your own company, you still need to have the contract that you are working under on your company's letterhead, spelling out the specifics of your employment. Salary plus base pay, when does it start, what are projection dates if it's contract basis. All the things that are specifics such that that lender can begin doing your pre-approval letter. We are in a market that is super fast. There are so many more buyers than there is inventory. We're at a very low inventory rate. As a matter of fact, we're less than 2 months of inventory in specific areas and for certain price points. So you need to be as highly competitive in your offer as possible. Having that pre-approval is number 1. No offer will be even considered without a pre-approval letter. Why wait till you get here and start the search, fall in love with a house that's only about $60,000 out of reach? Or to do less than you think you could and miss out on your dream home? Look, it's simple. You got to do it eventually. Do it from the privacy of your own home in that other state that you're trying to leave. Come on here with the beginnings of a smooth sailing. The second thing that is very important, but you might not have thought about it, is where are you going to stay when you get here? Unless you are selling your home there or leaving a lease and have already purchased a home that you're moving straight into here, most apartments or places are long-term leases. They will not negotiate below a 1-year lease. We are full. But, so what do? An Airbnb is typically for a night, 2 nights, 3 nights. But because of COVID and so many places are basically shut down, you can negotiate with many Airbnb owners for longer term stays at a lesser rate than their normal weekend or weekday rates. So that's a good idea. If you don't have the home pinpointed and can move in directly once you get here, check out some Airbnbs, check out long-term residence inns types of situations. Check for deals, check for lower rates, and COVID in this instance has really helped things out. You'll be helping the Airbnb owner out, they'll have some income coming in, and you can get a lesser reduced rate. You know, even if you have found your home, you may well have some things you want to do, like refinish hardwood floors or get the whole thing painted. Maybe redo a bathroom. If you have maybe 30, 45 days after closing to get those things done, but not live in the middle of it, that's a win-win for everybody. Number 3 is having a team of people around you, both in your new city, in Nashville, and in your old hometown. A team of people that will work together and have great communication, because the things that happen here have to work well with the things that happen there and vice versa. Without that good communication, you know, you may have 2 weeks of not having a home to live in. Each area has several members of a team. Your realtor, your title company, your lender, maybe your escrow agent. There's a lot of different pieces and parts to all this. All of those people on both ends of the spectrum must talk to each other. Let's pretend. You've sold your house in San Diego. You come to Nashville. We look for a home. We find the perfect home. There are so many parts of an offer in a contract that is well beyond the price. What is your possession date? What possession date do you want over here in Nashville? It depends on what the possession date was and when you have to give possession back in California. What kind of repairs do you want done here? What appliances will stay here? Typically in Nashville, washer, dryer, refrigerator do not remain with the home. My understanding is many times in California, those things do stay with the home. You must speak to each other and have all of your team members who are working on your behalf speak to each other to know exactly what's going on and to have things well mold together such that your transition is super smooth. So when your realtor in Nashville, when I in Nashville say, please give me your agent's name, who was your lender there, I want to check on the loan. Your buyer's loan in California, I want to be able to check on how that loan is going, how the numbers are working, how good it looks that it's going to close, and that deadlines are met. Because I'm negotiating for you on your behalf and advising you based on what's supposed to be happening there. And I need to know for sure that what's happening there is happening. And the fastest we can find where the hiccups are, and that's only through open communication, the fastest I can clean up any problems that might be here. Make sense? I'd love to know in the comments, have you had any issues with this? Have you ever had any problems with different people not communicating with each other? Or thinking one thing was happening and it turns out it wasn't? Number 4 really goes without saying, because I'm sure you know this, but I find that a lot of people don't. I am an HGTV junkie, but that's because I like the ideas and I like seeing what people are doing. It has nothing to do with understanding what really happens. HGTV is fantasy for sure. So when you watch HGTV, what you see is the people see 3 houses, they sit down with a Mai Tai, they have a drink, they talk about the 3 houses, and then they go in with a lowball offer and the realtor says, oh, I'll try it, and they come back and everybody's happy they've won. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way in real life. I don't know why they do it. But here's the gist of what's going on here in Nashville. And as I understand it, in many areas of the country, we are at extremely historically low interest rates. Duh. We're also at historically low inventory rates. What that means is There's many, many more people who want to buy a home than there are homes to buy. What does that mean? Market driven. The prices go up. Lowball offers for good homes that are priced well don't exist. That's why you need to know the numbers. You need to have a strong idea of what the market is doing, or you will lose out on several houses, not realizing that that was a really realistic price for that home in that location. That was a great house, and you may be in for a load of hurt. So fill out your wish list of all the things that you want in the perfect home. And we have gotten a pre-approval. We know how much home you can purchase. We meld those two together. So when you tell me that you want a 4-bedroom house with a study and a 2-car garage and a half an acre, maybe more, and you want it within a perfect school district, and you want it at $350 because that's what you want, it's my job to teach you what the market will let you have within those parameters, within that location. This is what the market is doing. I can prove it to you with recent comparable sales. Realistic expectations, realistic offers, that's so key. Having that local realtor who understands the location and they know the ins and outs of it is paramount. Having that local lender who can pick up the phone once you've made an offer, and that offer goes with a pre-approval letter, and that good local lender that I would refer you to, that good local lender will then pick up the phone, call the other agent who represents the seller, and they may be looking at multiple offers. Call that agent and say, hey, by the way, you've got my pre-approval letter. I know you see that, but let me tell you, I have met with them. I have talked to them. They're solid. I feel very comfortable with this. And if you all need us to work with you and try to even do it a little bit faster, I think based on what they've already given me, I think I can do that. Every single nuance that you can do for your offer and all the people that you can show are professionals working on your behalf, those things will help your offer be accepted when you're in a multiple offer situation. And if you are looking for a great house in a great location at a competitive price point, you probably will be in a multiple offer situation. Which brings me to number 5. Number 5, the most important thing I think for you when you're considering moving to any other city is to find trusted lenders, team, realtor, all the people that you can trust to shoot you straight, to tell you what you need to do, and here's what happens next, here's what happens next, here's how we're going to go about it. Find those people that you can really trust. They know the market, and their job is to help you meet all your goals. The only way they can do that is by shooting you straight. If you're coming to Middle Tennessee area, give me a call. If you know that maybe you want to move into the Knoxville area, I don't know Knoxville, but I do know agents who know Knoxville really well. If you want to move over into West Tennessee, Memphis, I am not that expert, but I do know experts, and I can help refer you to those people that I trust, and we can work together. Let's start as a good team, and it'll be smooth sailing moving to Middle Tennessee. So today we're talking about 5 things that you may not have thought of when you are considering moving to Nashville. Do you know what that is? It's the Batman building. That's what we call it. Cool building. I've been here from Nashville my entire life. Moving to Tennessee is a wonderful place. I want to make that transition as easy as possible for you. So if you're considering moving to Nashville, moving to Middle Tennessee area, moving to Tennessee, because as I said, I know realtors all over the state. I've got your back. Shoot me a call, send me a text, send me an email. Let's begin the process of making your move to Middle Tennessee be impeccable. So now you're seeing a bunch of other videos about everything you need to know about Nashville, Tennessee. If you're getting value, please hit that like button. That tells YouTube that there's some good information here other people might like to know about. Also comment below, where would you like me to go? What little town would you like me to show you? Or go to the mall. Tell me what you'd like to see. I'm here for you.